Have you fallen off the spiritual bandwagon? Are you in a time now where you were very involved spiritually and you have grown and evolved, but something in your life happened that you just couldn't shake, and even spirituality couldn't put you back on track? Well, you're not alone. Welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today I want to really reach out to those of you, those of us, right, who started on your spiritual journey and was very conscious of it. And you started doing all the work, and you went through your dark nights of the soul, and you lost friends, you lost family, you found your tribe, your soul tribe for a season, right? Then you found a relationship or a job or friends or something came into your life that kind of veered you off, right? It was almost like a false sense of security. And now you're in a space where, yeah, you meditate every now and again. It's not consistent. You watch some YouTubers, but nothing's really reaching you anymore, and you just don't have that spark. It's happening a lot, especially right now. In fact, I met a few people today who this exact thing has happened to. One of them, his father passed away recently, and he had gone down some roads in the 3D, kind of like that weren't legal. And got into some trouble. And another one was going through a divorce, and that really just took them off their path. They couldn't recover. They went down the old habits, drowning their sorrows in alcohol. I don't know if any drugs are involved, but it happens, right? Even as spiritually evolved as we think that we have become, there are moments that veer us, right? And how do we stop that? Well, let me reframe that. You don't need to stop it, because the reality is that if you stop your spiritual path, you're making a very conscious choice, right? Free will, of course. Is it one that your soul wants to experience? It could be as well. We don't really know, right? Unless you're so aligned with your soul that you know every move that you're going to make, that your soul wants you to experience. That's amazing. If you're there, whew, I want to be in your now space, because I want to feel your energy. But most of us aren't there, right? Most of us are now feeling these energies, making some decisions that we normally would not have made when we were full in. Right? Not that we're not full in, but you're just saying, well, I've done this, I've done that, I've done all the work, I'm going to allow this, right? That's part of the journey. That's part of your growth and your evolution. For these people, it was doing something that cost them 3 years of their life. And now they're back, right, on the streets again. Now they started a family. Father passed away, and he wants to mend, but wasn't sure how to get back into it, right? Because that's part of what happens too when you decide, I'm going to jump off the deep end to remember what I left behind. But Is there a rope there to bring you back up? Did you do enough work prior to taking that leap of faith, right? It's not a leap backwards. It's always a leap forward, whether you're going right or left. Which path is the path of fear? Which path is the path of utmost faith and love, right? Normally it's the most comfortable one that's the path of least resistance, comfort zone, and that's fear in my book. So they've taken their routes, but something's calling them back. Something's calling them back. And I was fortunate enough to meet them. So again, where this goes from here, who knows? I'm not looking for anything. But it really prompted me to take a look at my own situation. I'm on a path that I think I'm evolving, or I know I am. But recently, I'd given up sugar, and even I'll link a video here where I found out bananas was too high in apples, and I was eating so much of it that I decided, okay, I'm going to stop cold turkey, and I did. And immediately, not that I was looking to lose weight, but I lost weight. I found things balancing out. But then come into my life, these vegan treats that I just came upon, and it was voracious. I went after those things. Mind you, when you look at these packages, vegan or not, it's loaded with sugar. And today was one of those days where I just found myself going after this thing, and I was mindful about it, but I just couldn't. It's so addictive that I went back to it. And then as I was coming to this park, I had to sit in my truck because I had this sugar crash. I never got even when I was eating sugar. And I allowed it, right? I had to sit there and allow this to go through me. And my soul was like, get up and go. Let's go in the park, let's ground. And I was like, no, I'm not feeling that right now. I took that step backwards. But then I realized, wow, this isn't me. This is an aspect of me that wants to be present, that wants to be acknowledged. So I let it happen, right? I even shut my eyes and just sat in my truck. And I was out almost. And then something snapped. It said, okay, you allowed this to happen. I allowed it to flow through me. Now I know that I don't want to feel this anymore. So vegan cookie or no vegan cookies, I'm going back off to, to watch my sugar intake again, because I just saw in an instant how it shifted me, and that was a moment in my now space, as insignificant as it may seem to some people, very significant to me. I could easily have gone back and then started tomorrow my day with having sugary treats again, because now they're there, now they're available. But this was my turning point. This was my fork in the road. It's like, all right, I know what that feels like, and it was just reminded again, do I want to stay there, or do I want to keep going on the path that I've set for myself? My choice is very easy now. It wasn't, say, 10 minutes ago. It really wasn't. I was really contemplating, going, oh, it's just a couple cookies, it's okay. But for me, it's really not okay. I don't want to go back to that. And it has nothing to do with the weight. It has to do with what I want to accomplish with this body now. Because my main focus is to extend the life of this body. Just because I can. But that takes a lot of work. So I'm willing to do the work. So if you're in the same situation, whatever situation it is, it could be going back to saying, I haven't drank in 2 years, alcohol. You know what? My friends are going out. I haven't seen them in ages. I'm going to have one glass of wine. It's your next choices after that that's going to determine your next path. Are you going to go back into a cycle? Or are you just going to let it experience it, let it flow through you, and decide, okay, that was it. I don't need to do that again. I'm grateful for it. Let it go. That's the point of this video. You're going to have these moments, especially the more work you do, right? Because you get to a point where you're like, how much work is enough work, right? It's only one cookie, it's only one drink. And if you're strong enough to just make it that one cookie and that one drink, congratulations, you're enlightened. But a lot of us aren't. A lot of us aren't, and that's where it can go back the other direction. And right now, I'm not paying attention to much what's going on in the world, but I know that the timelines are so split far. It really is 5D and 3D now, very clearly to a lot of people, and I'm hearing that from a lot of people, that there's such a divide now, right? And that's why we're being tested. That's why these two people I met today were being tested. What are you going to choose? There's a clear path for you now. Your soul wants something. Are you listening? Right? Are you allowing for things to come in just so that you can see them clearly now, where you couldn't in the past, but now they're in your face? And if you're like, why is this coming back? The reason is you have another choice. Do you test that water again and think that you're so evolved that you're not going to go down that rabbit hole again if you go down for one time? That's the choice. That's the choice. And there's no rabbit hole. There's just a new experience. Do you choose now to experience that again? And what do you do with that experience? Do you stay in it? Or do you get back out? Is there a rope with knots for you to climb back out? For these people that I met today, it seemed like there wasn't for them when they were in it. But it kind of seems like they're ready to find a new way out. So if you're in that space right now where you've gone down some roads and things are coming back that aren't aligned with you anymore, and you're like, oh no, what do I do now? How do I get out of this? There's always a way out. There's always a way out. Just see that as the experience that you chose, right? Take ownership of it. Take your responsibility for it. Say, okay, I chose to re-experience this, and it doesn't matter that I'm back doing things that I did in my past. I'm choosing now to stop that, to go back, and you can. Is it going to be easy? No. You're going to have to re-experience some things. That's okay. It's okay. Choose to experience those, whatever comes from your decision, right? Your decision to leave that again. And if you choose to stay in it, congratulations. You're still making a choice. Whether it's free will choice, soul choice, whatever it is. Just don't beat yourself up over it. And always know that when you decide, hindsight, I should have stayed on my path. Get back on the path. Revisit some things from what got you on your path to begin with. And that happened for me the other night. This beautiful soul that I used to listen to a lot. She's in Portugal. I hadn't listened to her in 2 years. And all of a sudden one of her videos came up on my recommended, and I'm like, well, this is not coincidence. So I watched her video, and it just reminded me of the joy and pleasure I got from learning from her in the past. So find something that's going to bring you back to that passion if you lost the passion for spirituality. Find one thing that you did in your past that, man, you resonated with. Revisit that. Don't stay stuck there. Revisit it as that booster shot that you need, and it's going to propel you into different experiences that you can now bring yourself back to where you were. It's going to take some work, but if you've done it before, you can do it again. And I acknowledge you and send you a lot of light and love if that is you, so that you can go through that and get to where you were get back, just back. It's not to where you were. There's always now. So just get back to that point where you want to be in spirituality again. So don't despair. There's just because the the timelines are split and separating. All those buzzwords. There's some truth to it, but always know that you can bounce right back. Right? Just find what brought you there to begin with. And focus on that and set those intentions. And seek the help from people that can help you, or listen to the YouTubers or TikTokers or Facebookers or whomever that resonates with you. The music, the 528 hertz, 432 hertz, whatever, right? Numerology, whatever helps you get back. Start doing that again in baby steps. Remember, you didn't get to the point where you are now, overnight. Some do, but most of us don't. Remember what got you there. Revisit that, and it's going to put you back on your path. I hope this video helps you find your path if that's what you're looking for. And if I can help in any way, I am a spiritual transformation coach. I can help you hold yourself accountable to being where you want to be, right? And trying to stick to it this time. No decision is a bad decision, but if I can help you see those decisions more clearly so you can make the choice that really resonates with you, it'd be my honor to do so. Here's a link to my website. Hit me up for a free 30-minute decompression session. Let's talk about where you are and how to get you back there if that's what you're looking for. Be my honor to do so. And please give this video a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment. I'd love to know if you want to share, right? If it's on you to share. Maybe by you sharing it, you're putting it out there and you can see it clearly, and maybe others can jump in and leave some comments about their experiences that'll help you get back on track. Either way, be of service to yourself, and others will be of service to you in the unlikeliest ways. Just be an allowance. Allow yourself to have these experiences. Allow yourself to bounce back if you can. And if you're so inclined to, please subscribe to my channel. I'm truly blessed and truly grateful for it. Stay on your path, whatever path that is. Get back on your path, whatever path that is. But do it with honoring yourself and loving yourself and not faulting yourself. Just saying that was an experience I chose. And now release it with love and gratitude, and I move on to the next experience. So move on to your next experience and have an amazing day.